Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm your boy Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Apple's actually releasing some new developer phones, only to particular people though, so that people can use them. So talented people who knows what's going on can use them to try to break into the system. Give them an easy mode for the systems, so to speak. Let's take a look at this article. This is some interesting stuff because most of the time Apple just lets their own people do the best work that they can. But the thing is, sometimes you get locked into a bit of a culture echo chamber. Like Windows definitely had that problem when Windows 8 came out. Anyways, let's have a look at this. Apple gives hackers a special iPhone and bigger bug bounty. Ladies and gentlemen, bugs are a huge deal when it comes to tech these days. Developers are making great operating systems these days, and it's getting harder and harder to make viruses for Apple. So it's super hard to make viruses for Apple, but it's getting harder and harder to make viruses for Windows systems. Everyone always likes to joke about how messed up Windows is and how easy it is to hack it and all that stuff. But what nobody likes to talk about is the fact that even state-sponsored hackers can mainly just go with phishing attacks these days. So what everybody needs is they can't rely on hacks. They have to rely on security vulnerabilities. And usually these things have been around since the release date of whatever, or since the recent patch of whatever. And if someone super intelligent finds out about a bug of some sort or other, it is super easy for them to get a little bit of information. If you're tenacious enough, you can get a lot of information, like the heartbeat attack, which was a little bit of information getting sent to a server and getting sent back. The information they sent over had a bit of an error to it that sent out information that was just randomly running through the memory at any given time of the servers, and sometimes that was usernames and passwords. Just security vulnerabilities. It's amazing what you can do if you're intelligent enough and you find the right stuff. This stuff goes for big money. Anyways, the company's sometimes rocky relationship with security research just got a whole lot smoother, and for good reason. For more than a decade, Apple has built a fortress around the iPhone, making the iOS device arguably the most locked down computers accessible to hundreds of millions of people. They're so locked down, in fact, that even well-intentioned security researchers are having trouble getting access to the necessary to dig into their internals. Now Apple is getting an unprecedented step, distributing a more hacker-friendly iPhone, so its favorite researchers let them hack the phone on easy mode in the interest of making it harder for everyone else. So y'all know about Project Pegasus, right? State-sponsored hacker from Israel found a way to hack into iPhones just by plugging them in. And if a lot of these researchers were paid by Apple to do this stuff, I'm sure this stuff, however they managed to breach the phone, they would have caught it first. But Apple is having Apple's people, and that's one of the beautiful things about Androids. Everybody's got it in their hands. You can tear it down to nothing, structurally and software wise. It's beautiful that way. But perhaps Android isn't as elegant as the Apple user interface. I really can't say a lot about that though, because I'm not a programmer. Anyways, an iPhone for hackers. The Black Hat security conference Thursday. Apple's head security engineer and architecture announced its broad revamping of the company's big bug bounty program. It's open to all researchers rather than the current invite-only eligibility, which it should have been the whole frickin' time. Man, the thing about hackers is that anybody can be a hacker. The person that started the Pirate Bay basically did it in their basement, in a maybe somewhat dank basement. And while you think it might be a super hacker, man, when you actually see a hacker, most of their friends would be like they're not a hacker. It's like everyone has the idea that a hacker is a superhuman of some sort that has to have some special magical power or whatever. But just give the people the phones, and the smart ones will actually figure this stuff out. And those people aren't always, well educated in the Seattle area type individuals. So yeah, the security research device Apple says it will give away next year will have root access. That's what all Android people like to have. Letting researchers run commands on the phone on the highest privilege. Oh wow, on the highest privilege. That's definitely going to be good for them. They'll also have debugging capabilities that will allow research to easily secure the phone's code for flaws. We have by far the highest maximum payouts in the industry, and they damn well better with what they charge for their hardware. And we have iOS security research devices programmed for exceptional research. Blah blah blah. On top, $1 million reward. $1 million. And I'll also give a 50% bonus to researchers who identify flaws in its code when it's still in its beta before being released to a wider audience. So yeah, they are actually putting their money where their mouth is. Apple's new bounty offering represents a culmination of a long transformation in the company's relationship with security researchers. For years, as practically every other major tech firm from Google and Microsoft introduced heavy bug bounties to incentivize friendly security research, Apple remains stubborn about handouts. Are you serious? That's the dumbest thing. Why? Why would you do that, Apple? Only 3 years ago, it did suddenly shift toward its attitude towards security researchers offering bounties. It's universally stupid, man, not to offer bounties because other people will be interested in this stuff. The shadow brokers, the equation group, any group you could think of would be interested in this stuff. And if Apple doesn't think that this is important, they got another thing coming. But really, 3 years ago is about the time when all of this information got importance. It's a good thing that Apple's finally starting to stand up to the plate and realizing that they have to get some more help. We can't all do it on our own. Anyways, that's some interesting stuff. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me, Neff from Nev's Tech. But like and subscribe if you like this stuff. It's always appreciated. And as always, folks, take care of each other. Links in the description. Have a good one, folks.